You know, there's always going to be something about the Los Angeles Lakers to discuss. Right now, there are many rumors about Kyrie and what LeBron's going to do with his extension. All that attention about a team that didn't even make the playing tournament. It seems unfair sometimes, but what can you do really? It's the Los Angeles Lakers. Never mind all the turmoil that's always been surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers, there's one thing they've been pretty good at, and that's finding some talent late in the draft or even from a pool of undrafted players. Last year, it was Austin Reeves, a 6'5" guard who was nothing special in college, hence why he was undrafted, and no team thought that Austin Reeves was worth even a second round pick, including the Lakers obviously. But after the draft, they gave him a chance to play, and by the end of the season, he was one of the Lakers' best players, which again says a lot about the success of the Lakers season if an undrafted guy who for the season averaged 7.3 points was one of your most visible players. Nevertheless, he hustled, played defense, and cracked his way into the rotation. As awful as the Lakers' defense was last year, a huge problem was also shooting, and so far in free agency, they haven't really addressed it. Well, maybe they could have some help coming from their own building. Once again, they found a gem in a pool of undrafted players, Cole Swider, an undrafted rookie who might just be the best shooter of the 2022 NBA Draft. At 6'9" and 225 pounds, he has that prototypical big wing size to be a potentially huge contributor for the Lakers. So far, all you get from him is the shooting. He's not a particularly good rebounder, he struggles to guard quicker players, and overall his defense is just not that good, but he's not a total liability on that end of the floor. With some serious work, he can become a good defender. But let's focus on his one main skill, shooting. Boy is he good. In college, he started slow. For 3 years as a bench player for the Villanova Wildcats, he shot 35.7% from the three. Unsurprisingly, he shot the three ball twice as much as he did regular jumpers. For his last college year, he transferred to Syracuse, where he got a much bigger role, started every game, and shot 41.1% from the three on 6 attempts. Still, it was just a little sample size. In fact, too little for NBA teams to draft him. And as I said, he's quite raw in other aspects of his game, but for what the Lakers need, his shooting, they're a perfect match. After a few summer league games and some impressive shooting performances in some places, he was even compared to Klay Thompson. Well, let's not go that far this early. He has ways to go to be compared to one of the greatest shooters of all time. And Klay wasn't only shooting, he was all defense too. So far, pretty much everything Swider offers is shooting, but it's been good. In his very first summer league game, Swider went 5 of 7 from the field and 3 of 5 from the three. No other Laker made more than one three-pointer. In his second game, he was the best player on the court. He made 5 three-pointers in an easy win. There have been 4 games since, including yesterday's game against the Clippers, and while he's had some quiet games in that stretch, his three-point shot has remained consistent. He's never shot below 33% in any single game, and in total, Swider has shot 48% from the three. And yes, I know that it's the Summer League, and the competition there is nowhere near the NBA level, but still, his shooting stroke is just too pretty to miss out on. And for a team that desperately needs shooting, Cole Swider might just be the answer. To remain in the NBA, he will need to fix his defense. So far in the Summer League, it seems like he's giving some effort, but he's playing like he's about to foul out. Very careful, almost apprehensive. That has to go away. And it's funny too, because he recently had an interview where he said he wants to be a bigger, better Duncan Robinson. Well, Duncan Robinson is a great shooter when he's on, and that's how he got his $90 million. But he's just awful defensively, and last year, when his shot wasn't on, you just can't play him. And that was the case with him. Robinson barely played in the playoffs, even with all his great shooting ability. Now I hope Cole Swider really is better than Duncan Robinson, because the shooting stroke is there. It's that defense he really has to improve. His defense was the reason he went undrafted in the first place. And he knows that he needs to improve that. But if he fixes that to at least passable levels, boy, his shooting will earn him a good bag soon. But what do you think, guys? Is Cole Swider the best shooter from this draft class? How good can he be, and will it be with the Lakers? Please leave your comment down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable bell notifications to not miss out on any upcoming NBA content. Thank you very much for watching. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.